Jacob Miller was born 5 weeks early, but he weighed +12 when he arrived. To put it another way, his weight problems started before he was even born. When he was 1 year old, he weighed 50 pounds, and he gained weight at a rate of about 45 per year. After that, Jacob was 198 cm tall and weighed 700 lebs when he was 15 years old. And Jacob's parents decided that enough was enough. His condition was life-threatening, and they were concerned that the trauma would damage his organs. Jacob Miller weighed +707 at his heaviest, despite being only 15 years old. Despite being born 5 weeks prematurely, he grew rapidly, and by the time he was a year old, he had reached the weight of 52 during his adolescence. He had diabetes, cellulitis on his legs, heart disease, and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and he gained +100 per year. Jacob was not obese despite his other health issues because he was unable to control his food intake. He was obese as a result of a hormonal imbalance that caused him to become extremely overweight. Regardless of the fact that he had seen the doctor several times, doctors were only able to pinpoint the problem after 15 years. Jacob was bullied at school in addition to his physical difficulties. Jacob and his parents sought the assistance of experts at Cincinnati Children's Hospital Medical Center. After realizing that their son's obesity could cause them to die prematurely, he and his parents decided to lose weight. In order to offer Jacob the best opportunity of turning his life around, surgery is the best option. Despite his mother's realistic assessment of the role gastric bypass surgery would play in his weight loss journey, the adolescent lost +77 as a result of the procedure. She believes he'll be slowed down enough to allow them to conduct additional research into what's driving his development. She doesn't think the treatment will be a cure-all, but she thinks it will help in the short term. The rapid weight gain, according to doctors, was caused by a hormonal imbalance. Jacob went from a size 10X shirt to a size 5 after 6 months, and from a size 5X pants to a size 3. According to the Cincinnati Children's Hospital, Jacob was attempting to break the 500-pound barrier in 2015. But he was no longer diabetic, and his sleep apnea had significantly improved. 6 months later, he received an invitation to his high school's prom. They provided another update, stating that Jacob is currently in his first year of college and studying veterinary technology. Weight loss remains a struggle for him, and he admits that finding time to exercise and eat healthily on a limited budget is challenging. He discovered that there is no such thing as a weight loss magic trick. It's a never-ending battle. Despite the fact that losing weight can be a lifelong struggle, we're glad to hear Jacob's health has improved. He is without a doubt an inspiration, as is another similar story. After losing weight, the world's heaviest teen is unrecognizable. Khaled Mosen El Sherry weighed 609 kg at the age of 17, making him the world's heaviest teenager. He is no longer distinguishable, as he was when he was 29. According to the newspaper The Sunday Sun, the world's heaviest teen, who weighed 96 stone at the age of 17, is now unrecognizable as an adult after undergoing an extraordinary weight loss. Khaled was hospitalized during this time. Khaled Mosen El Sherry supposedly lost an incredible 86 stone, or 546 kg, during his hospitalization and was able to walk for the first time in years after adhering to a strict diet and exercise routine. He documented his amazing transformation after ballooning during his adolescent years, showcasing many stages of his weight loss quest and the results. Nearly 3 years after being airlifted from his home in Jazan, Saudi Arabia, to receive life-saving medical care in 2013, the now 29-year-old Saudi man released a video of himself walking with a Zimmer frame. The late King Abdullah coordinated the unbelievable rescue. According to news sources, a team of over 30 medical professionals and civil defense personnel worked together to hoist the then-teenager using a special crane that had been brought in from the United States. Calendar had not risen from his bed for 3 years when he was forcibly removed from his home, which had to be partially dismantled in order to collect him. Following the miraculous removal, he was flown by medical helicopter to the King Fahd Medical Center in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for further medical treatment. Saudi Health Minister Dr. Abdullah Al-Arabi stated in a statement that King Abdullah II had ordered the rescue as a humanitarian act. While onlookers gasped in amazement, the teen was seen with a stony expression and sunglasses on. Despite the fact that he had been locked in his home for years, his health and mobility continued to improve after he was taken to the hospital. Medics built a large custom-made wheelchair for him to help him become more mobile and complete his physical rehabilitation. Khaled was able to lose more than half of his body weight in just 6 months after starting the rigorous regimen, which was a significant accomplishment for him. Khaled, who was the world's heaviest adolescent at the time, posted an upbeat video of himself walking around with a Zimmer frame after losing the weight. Khaled's incredible recovery has continued to progress, with the most recent images showing him to be a lean and trim 10 stone and a half, or about 63 kg. According to media reports, his final surgeries to remove excess skin from his body were performed in January 2018. 8 years after embarking on his weight loss journey, the 29-year-old bears little resemblance to the man he was when he was at his heaviest. It comes after we reported on how the world's heaviest boy lost 17 stone, after undergoing a gastric band operation, regular exercise, and following a strict diet. Arya Permana, now 14, weighed an incredible 30 stone. When he was 11 years old and couldn't walk more than a few feet without running out of breath, he couldn't go to school due to a lack of appropriate clothing. According to the Daily Mail, the youngster's family chose for him to wrap himself in a sarong and spend his days indulging in junk food, including his favorite meal of instant noodles. He has, however, lost 13 stone and is now able to participate in sports like basketball, tree climbing, and motorcycle riding. As a result of his difficult weight loss following the pandemic, the teen had additional surgery to remove excess skin from his arms, and he hopes to have additional surgeries to remove even more flab after the pandemic. The Sun also illuminated the incredible transformation of the world's strongest brothers, who began weight training at the age of 2.5, and have since become world champions. Giuliano Stro, 6, and Claudio Stro, H, 4, sparked outrage in 2010 when photos of them snarling, flexing, and lifting weights surfaced on the internet. Throughout their workouts, both lads would lift 4-kilogram dumbbells and heavy weights to increase the size of their biceps and chest muscles. However, 11 years later, the boys appear to be less muscle-bound than they were as children. They're still in great shape because they started boxing together. Obesity is a major issue today, but there is no simple solution. Obesity is a complex condition defined by an unusually elevated level of body fat. Obesity is a serious medical condition that goes further than outward appearance. It is an underlying condition that increases the risk of developing a variety of diseases and health problems, such as heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, and certain cancers, among others. A number of factors contribute to some people's inability to lose weight. Obesity is usually caused by a combination of genetic, physiological, and environmental factors, as well as personal nutrition, physical activity, and exercise choices. However, even a small amount of weight loss can help to improve or prevent the health issues associated with obesity, which is a good thing. Dietary changes, increased physical activity, and behavioral changes can all help with weight loss. Prescription drugs and surgical procedures to reduce body weight symptoms are also options for managing obesity. The body mass index, or BMI, is a common measurement used to detect obesity. To calculate BMI, multiply your weight in pounds by 703, then divide your weight in pounds by your height in inches, and finally divide your weight in pounds by your height in inches again. Alternatively, multiply the weight in kilos by the square of the height in meters. Asians with a BMI of 23 or higher may be at a higher risk of developing health problems.